Ganzfeld experiment, from the German for entire field, is a procedure primarily used in parapsychology that attempts to create a mild state of sensory deprivation to test for extrasensory perception, ESP, or telepathy. The basic idea is that by minimizing normal sensory input, any subtle psychic information might be more easily perceived. The procedure, a typical Ganzfeld experiment, involves two participants, a sender and a receiver. The receiver sits in a comfortable chair in a room, has his eyes covered with translucent objects like halved ping-pong balls, and is exposed to a uniform diffused light, often red, which creates a featureless vision field, the Ganzfeld effect. He wears headphones that play uniform auditory input like white or pink noise static. This condition induces a mind-altered state of consciousness, often described as a state between waking and sleeping, with subjects sometimes experiencing visual or audio hallucination. The receiver is asked to describe aloud any mental images, impressions, or associations they receive for about 30 minutes. The sender is placed in a separate, isolated room, focuses on a randomly selected target, usually a picture, a photograph, or a short video clip, for the duration of the session, attempting to mentally transmit the image to the receiver. Judging. After the session, the receiver is removed from the Ganzfeld state. They are presented with a set of 4 possible targets, the correct target, and 3 decoys, and asked to select the one most closely matching their impressions during the session. By chance, the expected success rate would be 25%. The primary purpose in parapsychology is to see if the hit rate significantly exceeds the 25% chance expectation, which proponents argue would be evidence of telepathy. The Ganzfeld technique was first introduced in the 1930s by Gestalt parapsychologist Wolfgang Metzer to study perception. It was later adopted for ESP research in the 1970s. Early meta-analysis of Ganzfeld studies sometimes reported hit rates slightly above chance, around 32%, which parapsychologists claim supported ESP. However, these findings have been fiercely debated. Critics, including skeptics and other psychologists, point to methodological flaws in early studies, such as inadequate randomization, issues with security against sensory leakage, and concerns about statistical analysis. When stricter protocols were introduced in later studies, the success rates often returned to chance levels.